Outbound agencies. I'm going to show you the best way to manage all of your leads across all of your clients in one central place without any development work, so you can scale your agency without data headache and without hiring a gazillion extra consultants. This is especially important if you're hating 50K row limits, scattered spreadsheets, Google Sheets that slow down, complex Airtable setups, or annoying, more complex Supabase setups. So here's the problem. You now have a new client and you have to get all of their lead lists. You got to make sure that you have their current clients, their unsubscribes, their bounces, their active deals, so that when you go find a new lead list, say from Apollo, you don't go send to those people that you shouldn't be sending to. Step 2 is you got to go find your new lead list and then see what leads you already have. Step 3, there is a new campaign the following week for one client, just one client. And you're going to see that you have to do a deduplication against the leads you already scraped from the prior week. Did you already send to them? Did you already put them into an active deal cycle? What else has happened so that you don't trip over yourself and repull the same leads? And the problem is it gets even worse, because the further you go along in the deal cycle with this client, the more list deduplication has to occur. In addition, this is happening in parallel across every single one of your clients across your entire agency. This means that you have hundreds of scattered CSV sheets and clay tables, problems that are mounting that you can't even see. Deduplication hell is what I call this. We can solve this problem with an automatic deduplication in a central place, which we'll get into the training right now. We're here at ReviOps. ReviOps is a central data platform to manage all your lead lists. So we're going to come in and all we're doing is we're adding our agency clients into the platform. It's very simple. All you have to do is go ahead and click import clients via CSV, or if you have just 1 or 2 clients, you can do this one at a time. I'm going to go add in 1A test, and this is just one client. Now, each client, as you can see here it is a single database. Now, this is a very important idea, is that we just stood up a Postgres database. It's actually on the Google Cloud platform, and it's something even more specific. It's called AlloyDB. It's 4 times faster than Postgres. So if you hear about Supabase, it's 4 times faster than Supabase. We also have BigQuery built into this, and we also have some better search technology. So there is a lot of extra sauce that allows you guys to have more performance, and you scale as you need. You'll never get stuck at your 50K row limits or poor performance like Google Sheets or Airtable. You'll always be able to go much, much higher. We even had one person try to load over 600 million records to the platform. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can if you want to. We're going to go into this client area. This is going to allow us to stand up this individual client's lead list. But you'll see here, we have a bunch of other clients that are here. And so the point is that you have one place to have all of your client databases and lead lists all centralized in one location. Another critical idea here is that this is an automatically deduplicated database. Each client is completely isolated to itself. So for example, let's go into this one client we just created, and you'll see here we have an empty database. Now, all I would do is go ahead and start importing from CSV. I would grab my CSV file and I could start to load. It's a completely flexible schema. What that means is that you can add as many columns as you'd like into the database, depending upon what you're doing. If you have CSV files, if you're importing from a HubSpot record or a CRM record, or let's say that you're in Clay and you want to import, whatever columns you have for your contacts or your companies or your activities, you can load them into this place. Now, not to overcomplicate this, but you can go as advanced as you want. So we have a full suite of integrations over here on the left where you can connect to Clay, you can grab our API endpoints, you can connect to HubSpot, you can connect to all the outbound sequencing platforms, and via NAN, you can connect to a lot of other platforms. The point is that we're centralizing and automating all the gathering of all your lists into one central location. Now, there's many more advanced tutorials on how you set up these integrations. You can be up and running in 10 to 15 minutes tops, and we can teach you how to get going on a demo. But for now, the simple idea here is that every single one of these is a contained database. So now I'm going to go into a live account here. I'm going to go under solid line. Let's go find that. And you'll see here that we have a full list of 121,000 records. Now I can go ahead and see all of these up to 1,000 rows. And this isn't on a single table. I can just go to the next page. So we can load millions and millions of records here without that 50K row limit. You can also search by any contact, as well as if you find that you don't like the columns, you can go ahead and merge the columns together. You can delete columns, you can rename columns, but it allows you to have full control of your database without being a data engineer or a data architect. In addition, you can go ahead and filter down by any of the data that you loaded. So all of your data will be loaded here in the column section, as well as you'll be able to do standard stuff like equals, not equals, contains, etc., and then put in your value. You can add as many of these filters and stack them on top of each other for and or statements for very advanced queries. You get a very simple user interface where you can go query your data across all of your data, all all in one place. Now, I want to emphasize that this is deduplicated automatically. So when you upload data or you sync data, you can never load the same email twice. That's a very big deal. CRMs will not do that for you. This means when you load them, your master list here is pristine. It is deduplicated. If you want, you can go ahead and export your data on any of the queries that you have, and you can see which queries you have simply by going and clicking down. You can see we have and, or, because of course, we didn't actually choose anything from these lists, but it lets you know what we have and what we've selected. Now, there's another important point here is that you can go ahead and deduplicate either within Clay or other systems like NAN against our master record, or you can go ahead directly in the system and deduplicate via a CSV, either via a entire record, so that means for the entire database, or you can deduplicate against a specific subset of the database like you can see here. It's extremely simple. It's made to be easy, but you're getting the most powerful database technology from Google all in one platform without knowing or having to know how to be a data engineer or a developer. So you can also see that because we believe the integrations are a critical part of having up-to-date data here, you'll be able to see the live status of all your integrations right above your contact list. And this is all just the beginning. In addition to being able to connect to Clay and your HubSpot account, because you're integrating to other outbound platforms, you'll be able to track all of your contact statuses, your unsubscribes, your bounces, all in one place underneath company status and contact status, which can be later referenced in our endpoints or just in a query so that you can export people that have replied or that are in a certain status or that are bounced. So this allows you to have an automated, fully managed do not contact list that your entire team can access. And there's so much more that you can do beyond this. We get into dashboards and other things that we're not going to get into in this video. The only thing I want you guys to digest here is that you have a fully managed database across all of your clients all in one place. You can click in the top right, you can go through each one of your clients. Because the database is completely contained by client, that means you'll never mix and match your client data. And all the endpoints that you get, if you are more technical, your master API key or your read-only API key is specific to that client database. Now, if you want to share this with your clients, you certainly can. All you do is you come under settings, you click invite team members, you can put in, we'll call this test@client.com, and we can choose them as a client role. You then would choose the specific client, like the one that we already created, and you'd click send invitation. When you go add them to the account, they will not see all your other clients, your integrations tabs, or anything else here. They will only see their lists and their dashboards. Again, if you're interested in dashboards, we have deep analytics and dashboards on all of your data, but we're not going to get into that on this particular call. But I want to show you one more really powerful feature that has never been available to anyone before, but you can now get within ReviOps. Because we have all of your clients in one list, we can now view across every single database. As you can see here, we are now on the master list, and this is a huge deal for agencies. I want you to digest this, because we just took all the databases across my entire agency, where we can see there's over 423,000 contacts across every single client that I have. Now, we will give you two different views. One is a non-duplicated view, meaning that you can see all of the duplicated contacts across all the databases. Or you can click up here and see where it says unique emails, and we can deduplicate the entire record just to give you unique contacts across every single company. And all of the custom fields that you pushed from all your integrations and all your sequencers in Clay, or your imports from CSV or from HubSpot or the CRM that you're connected to, will be listed here in one master view across all clients. So I'm going to go ahead and click that right now. As you can see, we now have selected only unique emails in this list. What this means here is that you get a fully deduplicated list across all of the custom fields, again, across all of your clients. The experience is very similar to the individual client lists, as you can see here, where you can add as many of these filters as you want, query down by the data, you can search any contact you want, and via API, you can select any of this data and query it within Clay or other systems like NAN if you would like to. So now you become the Apollo. You become the owner of all the data, but not just any data, your enriched data. All the data that you've already taken all that time across all the clients to add emails and contacts and cell phone records, and you know what the reply rates are and the bounce rates are, and whether deals have won or lost if you're tracking it via the the CRM. So you have a master list of literally the best and most enriched contacts on planet Earth for your particular vertical, your particular industry and niche, for your ideal customer profiles amongst all your clients. So imagine this. If you want to bring on a new client, you'll be able to come to your database first, not go back to Apollo, not go back to LinkedIn, not go back to Wizza or whatever other platform you're using. And you can go ahead and be your own data vendor. This will save on web scrapes, enrichment credits. It will make your team 10 times faster because they don't have to go on a hunt. They already know where the data is, all in one place. All you do is query down like we talked about, and then you can go ahead and you can do your export as a CSV file. Now, this is exactly how you can go ahead and have all your clients in one place, in one central system, in a super simple interface without being technical. But if you are technical, we give you all the endpoints, all the APIs, all the documentation you could ever want. And again, it's built on the Google Cloud platform with the best technology, AlloyDB, Postgres, as well as BigQuery and Elasticsearch. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this demo. If you want to learn more about ReviOps and how we can work with your agency to get all your clients in here so you can manage all of this in one place, centralize your lists, your reports, all your deduplication, all in one place, go ahead and check out the description where we're going to give you a link to go ahead and sign up for a live demo. I'll be on the call. I'm the founder, Benjamin Reed. It's been so great to have you guys on here. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll see you guys on a live demo. Again, revyops.com, REVYOPS.com. Ben Reed here. Can't wait to see you guys on the demo. So go ahead and check it out in the links. There's going to be a link for revyops.com. If you have friends, if you know anybody who's in the agency world, or if you just want to be a value-added reseller of this, you can go ahead and sell this and you get 30% as an affiliate. So if you want to learn more about that, again, go to the website, revyops.com, and you can get on our affiliate list so you can start to promote this to other agencies, and we would love to have you. Love to meet you guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you later.